We spent decades, maybe lifetimes, telling people to wake up. We pushed, we posted, we prayed, we tore the veil, we screamed into the void until cracks appeared in the dream. And here we are, eyes wide open, curtains pulled back, the machine exposed for what it is. The lies aren't hidden anymore, they're scrawled in neon. The manipulation is so blatant it almost mocks us. The sacred has been desecrated so openly that even the most stubborn sleepers stir. We are awake. But waking up is not salvation. It is the beginning of the real work. Carl Jung warned us, consciousness is not the end goal, it's the invitation to meet the self. And the self demands that we not only see the truth, but integrate it into who we are. Because here's the shadow no one wants to face. Awareness without action is just another form of sleep. It is lucid dreaming. You know you're in a dream, but you still play along. We've become professional spectators, scrolling through the apocalypse, trading truths like collectibles, arguing over which archetype the villain belongs to while the fire spreads around us. Waking up is not the destination. It is the threshold. And thresholds are meant to be crossed. Jung spoke of the hero's journey into the unconscious. The descent to meet the shadow, the confrontation with the dragon, the retrieval of the treasure. We've gone into the depths and seen the dragon, we've named it, we've studied it. But naming the dragon is not the same as slaying it. So what now? We act, not react. Act, not out of panic, but from the deep center that knows what you are here for. Not as puppets of fear, but as agents of the self. The world doesn't change because you see the truth. It changes because you embody it. Because you become a living symbol of the future you're willing to die for. But here's the test. Once you know, every moment you delay, every time you shrink back, you are in league with the very forces you oppose. If the house is burning and you stand there explaining to everyone how the fire started, but never pick up water, you are not helping. You are narrating your own paralysis. The awake mind is dangerous, not because it knows the truth, but because it moves with it. So move. Stop asking for permission. Stop waiting for the perfect plan. Jung said the unconscious works in symbols, not blueprints. The path will unfold only as you walk it. Do you think the forces that dominate and manipulate wait for clarity? No. They act in uncertainty. They act in chaos. They act while you are still deciding whether to act at all. Being awake means you will never have certainty, and still you act. You speak the truth in rooms where it isn't welcome. You build what does not yet exist. You defend the sacred even when the odds mock you. The hero's journey does not end at awakening. It ends when you return to the world carrying the treasure and use it, not hoarding it in secret. The battlefield is here in everyday life. It's in how you raise your children and what truths you give them to live by. It's in the food you eat and the hands you feed. It's in the art you make, the stories you tell, the silence you break. Every act sends a signal into the collective unconscious. Every choice is a seed in the symbolic soil, and that soil is where the new myth will grow. We are awake. Now we become creators. Now we remember that we were not just here to witness collapse, but to plant in its ashes. This is where courage replaces comfort, where integrity replaces convenience, where the archetype of the warrior awakens inside the healer. If you are waiting for someone to lead, look in the mirror. If you are waiting for a sign, this is it. If you are waiting for the fear to go away, it never will. Act anyway. We must stop worshiping awakening as the finish line. It is the starter pistol. The race is ahead of us. And those who will shape the world are not those who know the most, but those who move the most. We are not here to endlessly analyze the dream we woke from. We are here to weave a new one. The time for subtlety is over. The time for hiding is over. We are awake. Now what? We fight for what matters. We create what we long for. We refuse to feed the very system that feeds on us. We stop thinking of ourselves as pawns in someone else's story. We stop waiting for rescue. We stop believing that someone will fix it. We are the someone. We are the mythic figures our descendants will speak of. And yes, it will be hard, and yes, it will cost you. You will lose illusions, masks, maybe even whole identities. But you will gain the only thing that matters. A life aligned with the self. A life that answers to your soul, not the programming you were born into. We've been handed the keys to the prison, and some are still sitting inside, discussing the mechanics of the lock. The door is open. Walk through it, then hold it for others. Awakening without action is a half-birth. The child must breathe. The truth must move. We are awake. Now we rise. Now we step into the archetype we were born for. Now we move the world, even if only by inches at first. The time to watch is over. The time to wait is over. The time to act, it is now.